Welcome back to our series on how to get started with Lyro, Tidio's conversational AI. If you've been following along, you've already built Lyro's knowledge base, but how Lyro delivers that information to your customers is just as important as the data itself. In this video, we're diving into the configure section to shape Lyro's personality and ensure it speaks your brand's language using the powerful guidance feature. First, let's head to the configure section. The configure section is where you'll give Lyro its identity. If you support customers globally, you can enable any one of Lyro's 47 languages here. You could also customize Lyro's name and provide a company description. And this just gives Lyro more context to understand its role in every interaction. Now I'm going to head over to the guidance tab so we can give Lyro a voice and customize its behavior. We'll start with defining basic answer personalization. And here you can toggle emojis on or off in Lyro's responses and decide if Lyro should include read more links in your help articles. And below you can define the communication style. You can choose a template for Lyro's tone of voice. So let's choose friendly and hit test to instantly change Lyro's vocabulary and vibe. So here you can see how it responds. And if you have a very specific brand voice, you could also create a custom tone here and give it some direction on how you want it to respond. Once you've set Lyro's tone, you need to define its boundaries. This is where handoff and escalation guidance comes in. So let's click over to the handoff section where you'll define exactly when Lyro should bring in a human.
Let's create a handoff guidance that will transfer a customer to an agent if they ask for a refund. Under Handoff and Escalation, click Add. Let's name this one Refund Request. And then I'm going to copy and paste some guidance here. And before you activate this, you can test this out. And this is where you can test your guidance that you've just inputted. So I'll ask, I want a refund, and hit Enter. Now Lyro has those instructions. It should say that they're transferring me right away. So that popped up. And that's how Lyro responded. I'm transferring you to one of our success specialists right away. And this is something you can customize. And don't forget to save your guidance down here.
Next, you have the other category. This is your catch-all for any specific rules that don't fit anywhere else, giving you total control over how Lyro handles those unique situations, like lead qualification or specific formatting rules. Let's set this one up together so you can see what this looks like. And let's name this one First Time Buyers Discount. And we could create a guidance saying, if a user asks about pricing, remind them that we have a 10% discount for first-time buyers. If you want even more control over exactly how Lyro handles every stage of a conversation, we're currently working on procedures, which is a new way to give Lyro step-by-step instructions. Make sure to stay tuned for that. While guidance tells Lyro how to speak, the handoff section defines when it's time to step back and let an agent take over. Let's set this up. Click on Configure and then on the Handoff tab. The first option here are handoff audiences, which lets you choose which customers to exclude from the AI. If they match your criteria, Lyro will automatically route them to an agent. If you want Lyro to handle everyone, you can leave this blank. Below this, you'll find the handoff settings. This lets you specify Lyro's behavior when a customer asks for an agent, and you can customize these settings based on whether your agents are online or offline. For example, when your agents are offline, you can set Lyro to automatically create a ticket instead of trying to find a live agent. This ensures that your customers always have clear expectations on when they'll hear back from you. And here are predefined answers that you can customize for each of these scenarios. You might be wondering what the difference is between the handoff settings under guidance and the handoff settings under configure. This is the simplest way to think about it. Configure handoff settings control what happens during a handoff. For example, you can decide when a handoff takes place, Lyro should create a ticket or transfer the conversation to a human agent. These are more automatic, system-level actions that define how the handoff is handled. Guidance handoff settings control when a handoff should happen. This is where you define specific situations that should trigger Lyro to take a step back. For example, when a customer asks for a refund or return, these are more personalized rules based on scenarios that you choose to flag. If you want Lyro to have different behaviors for different people, you can define this under the Audiences tab. You can create segments based on location, browser language, or create custom tags. For example, this lets you give one set of instructions to new visitors outside of your delivery area, or a completely different set of instructions to your existing subscribers. Now that you define Lyro's personality, let's keep the momentum going. Keep watching and head over to the next video in this series. We'll take a deeper look at Lyro settings and analytics to see how Lyro is performing and where you can optimize for even better results. Don't forget to hit subscribe, and if you're stuck on anything, just let us know in the comments. I'll see you in the next video.